What if I told you Rocket League's biggest stage was about to be taken over by these twin brothers? Well, if your brother's anything like mine, and without fail always finds a way to make you lose, you might find this hard to believe. But what if it was possible for you and your lifelong best friend to be up on top of the big stage together? This might sound too good to be true, but once in a lifetime, somewhere in the Middle East, that chemical reaction has been made. In this video, I will break down the 4 main principles that make these players both individually and dynamically some of the greatest players in the RLCS, with the last one being the most undeniable one yet. This is the story of the twin brothers taking over the RLCS. Now, let's introduce you to our players, the identical twin brothers, Rw9s and Kiileerrz, the underrated duo currently making waves in the RLCS. You see, these 17-year-old Saudi Arabia Rocket League players compete in the MENA region, which, unlike NA and EU, only one team can qualify for international tournaments. So one mistake, and this duo wouldn't get a chance to be seen at any of the major events. And this is where they would begin their RLCS journey, with a roster of Kiileerrz, Rw9s, and Nadar, playing for KRN, otherwise known as, actually yeah, it's just their names combined. But that would be short-lived, because after their 3rd RLCS regional, they would be picked up by none other than Sunless Khan himself. Well, his organization Rule1. This was huge for them. It gave them their first opportunity to qualify for 2 major events, the 2023 Spring Split and the World Championship. And not only did they qualify, they broke a world record during their first ever appearance at a major. It's Championship Sunday at the 2023 Spring Major, against none other than the #1 team in the world, Vitality, where they would go on to play the longest overtime match in RLCS history, reaching over 12 minutes long. And this is how that went.
Back into OT we go. 3 overtimes in a row. A golden goal opportunity yet again. Playing it through the corner. Rw9s looking to slow it down and will do so. Gets it around 1, around 2. No bump on the goal line. Alpha in a 1v1. Has to be it for days. Has the bump. It rolls forward. But another huge save. And Rw9 stands strong. Boston sitting on the edges of their seats. It's a fake off the post, and there was a touch from Vitality. First RLCS land, and Vitality still scoreless. Slippery stick to Kiileerrz. Almost ended it, but we're still moving on. Boston off the post. Hold on, it's a breakaway chance. What's around the corner? What opportunity? Here comes Rw9s, but Alpha yet again. An easy read. Vitality on the bench. Are you kidding? Towards the backboard, we play on. To Rule1, find 1 goal. Are you kidding? Top left shot. That's it. Ball is sent.
Unfortunately, they lost, but they went head-to-head with the best team in the world for a 12-minute overtime. This created one of the most electrifying games in history, and in doing so, pretty much giving Sunless a heart attack. They would go on to have an underwhelming performance at the 2023 Worlds, but luckily for them, this would lead to their greatest roster yet, playing for their biggest rivals in the MENA region. But more on that later. To really understand what makes these twins special, aside from their uncanny knowledge of what the other one's about to do or think, although it plays a big role, we'll get to that. First, we have to dive into the complexity of what makes them individually the most underrated players in the RLCS right now. Let's start with Rw9s. Rw9s is known for being one of, if not the best 1v1 player in the world, and not just because he's always sitting at the top of the leaderboards, but he was also put to the test in a show match against Zen for the title of being the undisputed #1 1v1 player in the world. And this match was nothing short of revolutionary, making it loud and clear that his mechanics are more than just flashy moves.
Play from Rw9s. And the pinch, oh my goodness, well that's just as good as anything we've seen from Zen at times. Perfect timing by Rw9s. Zen quickly up into the air. Rw9s just demos him. What? How has Rw9s scored here?
This might make it look like Rw9s' offense is the best part of his game, but you'd be wrong. His defense is arguably the best in the world right now, being awarded the defense MVP at his first major, the Spring Split. It was clear that Rw9s had a vision for reading his opponents that was second to none, having a mix of perfect reads and clutch saves like no other. For the first time, defense was actually fun to watch.
Big 50-50, but Rise, he's got it past the last man as well. Rw9s to the pre-jump, blindly blocking Monkey Moon's follow-up shot from point-blank range.
For some context, Rw9s and Seiko were in a Rw1 for 2 minutes long, and as soon as Seiko got the chance, he broke it, trying to bump Rw9s, and he still makes the save.
One, Seiko broke it! Seiko!
That was an excellent effort, now a double tap ball! Oh! And it's saved off to the side, Rw9s with a perfectly timed backflip. Amphis going for the net, Rw9s saves it out. Try to shut down the opportunity as fast as possible. Now on the other end, complexity.
it was safe to say there was only one player who deserved this award. And if that's not enough, his stats say it all. Starting with his rookie season in the 2022-2023 RLCS, he had a 0.95 goals per game average, 0.75 assists, and 1.75 saves per game. Following it up to now in the 2024 season, both his goals and assist averages put him in the top 10 for all players throughout the year. Rw9s is a great example that in the current state of Rocket League, being at the highest level of 1v1s makes a huge difference at the professional level. Having such an incredible combination of offense and defense allows him to create scoring opportunities that he otherwise would miss out on. And that's not to say he doesn't know when to step back. Rw9s is the kind of player who can carry the team when it's needed, but also knows when to step back and let his brother shine. Speaking of Kiileerrz, let's take a look at the second half of this dynamic duo. First, we gotta get something out of the way. Kiileerrz, or Kiileerrz, depending what you call him. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna call him Kiileerrz, because that's what most people know him as. Although he is less talked about than his other half, Kiileerrz is nothing short of an incredible player, arguably being one of the best strikers in the game right now. While he is only at the beginning of his career, he is starting to get the hype he deserves. One of the things you can't help but notice is his consistency in high pressure situations, having one of the deadliest flip resets in the RLCS. Being able to turn the tide of the series with a single mechanic is something that you don't see very often. On top of his performances, he's also received MENA MVP at the 2023 World Championship, Striker of the Season at the 2024 World Championship, as well as MVP at the FIFA E World Cup 2024. Yes, these are impressive, but the one thing Kiileerrz has above everyone else is his ability to read Rw9s' every move before he does it, almost like it's automatic. You know that saying about how twins have ESP, otherwise known as extrasensory perception? In case you don't know what that is, it's the ability to access thoughts and feelings without any communication. Although this isn't scientifically proven, it's seen all throughout sports history. One of the most recent being Asar and Amin Thompson, basketball players who played for Overtime Elite before their NBA careers. In the process, becoming known for their unmatched connection, as if they could sense each other's thought process, creating some of the most electrifying passing plays seen in college ball. Although these are two different games, you can't help but notice this uncanny connection that both the Thompson twins and Rw9s and Kiileerrz have.
I've seen actually both the Thompson. Oh my God, what a pass! Twin telepathy! Oh man, missed some communication there. Twin to twin! I can't stop this. Y'all can't give him extra possessions. Oh man! Are you serious? Dancing a little. Contested, gets blocked. Asar kicks it to a man, up to Johnnyboi. Nah, this is...
The reason twins are said to have this ability is because of their identical genes as well as their close relationship and shared experiences while growing up. This can cause them to develop similar instincts and tendencies, which can lead to them doing things simultaneously. Isn't this starting to sound more and more like Rw9s and Kiileerrz? If you're not convinced, take a look at these moments and look at the similarities.
The last bit of boost he has, 38 seconds, Rw9s pass to Kiileerrz, back to Rw9s, oh my goodness.
And now Rw9s wins that challenge.
The dribble pass. The slow reception from Kiileerrz. That is Twittergy.
Rw9s lurking, gets that boost there, gonna pop this one up, gonna follow it as well. Taking his time. A towel coming for the challenge. This one's still pushing forward in favor of the Falcons. And here comes Kiileerrz. Off the side, 1, 2, angle to Rw9s and in! They are in a position that is so favorable, but the Falcons are slowly starting to take that away from them as time goes on. Pass one,
To Kiileerrz. Name a more iconic duo than that.
That way. We'll just be first of all every single time, make contact, and then play off of that. And it's working for Falcons.
Falcon Gladiators find something to hold on to here in game 3. Rw9s is up, played it off the backboard, right for his brother Kiileerrz, and here we go again.
With their unmatched chemistry, Rw9s and Kiileerrz would be slowly building up their reputation, but it's what they are achieving now that truly begins their takeover in the RLCS. Let's go back to that super team. The twins would join Team Falcon for the 2024 RLCS season, with a roster of Rw9s, Kiileerrz, and TRK, a player who would fit perfectly with the twins. Since then, Team Falcon have went on to completely dominate the MENA region, winning every tournament they have played in aside from a single Saudi E-League tournament, where they placed second. After a run like that, they were about to prove themselves up against the top 3 players in the world, Zen, Monkey Moon, and Vitira, who would be playing for Team France in the upcoming FIFA E World Cup, taking place December 2024. The World Cup would be held over 4 days with 2 randomly selected groups of 8 teams, where the top 4 teams that come out with the most points would move on to the playoffs. Saudi Arabia would find themselves up against Chile in the quarterfinals and Brazil in the semifinals, sweeping both teams for an 8-0 record in the playoffs. It was clear which team was heading to the grand finals.
Fully behind them, the ability. Okay, face
takes control of it. It's relentless. They're helping out, as we see here. Rw9s gets past a couple of them, and then they fake everyone.
Well, it continues to bounce back into the favor of Saudi Arabia, and Rw9s is going to take a shot. 10 seconds on the clock, and Saudi are back in the lead. The level of aggression that has to come out against a team like Brazil will be intense. The pass doesn't come in because Rw9s can find it himself.
They can hit a different level. They've shown it before. They're showing it right now. Fake. Back over to Kiileerrz as he'll take his time. Just trying to feather it. He sees there's not an exact opening and wisely leaves it. This is just brilliant. Brazil struggling to control this ball, and they're going to get punished for it.
As this one goes straight into the nose of Kiileerrz. Wrong person you want to have the space to the backboard like this. The double is in.
Firing for Saudi Arabia. The heart, the home, headed to the grand final.
They may have managed to sweep their way to the grand finals, but the real threat has just arrived. They would now have to face up against the hardest opponents imaginable. Zen, Monkeymoon, and Vitira, 3 of the best players in today's age of Rocket League. It's France versus Saudi Arabia, who would bring home the World Cup to their country.
James, something that's plagued this Saudi Arabia team is they look unbeatable right up until they get to the grand final. And then something happens, and this starts happening. Zen puts this in. They gotta play the third, and that bounce ruins Kiileerrz' positioning. They're forced to stop, and Rw9s has to try from his own third.
50 bounces right down, another shot opportunity.
There we go. Down and in. Right in there. Monkeymoon popper. Kiileerrz forces it up. Another air dribble. Another attempt. Another Zen save. Zen through another. TRK got dusted. Monkeymoon waits. Oh. Zen. No, he can't get there. Vitira has to turn and run. Is that on target? Oh, it's wide. Off the post. Rebound also denied. Unbelievable. Moon. Monkey. No.
Monkeymoon threatening, but again, Saudi Arabia's defense stands tall. The pass, the shot just off target for France.
Next up is Rw9s, but Tira decided to stay back on that one. France don't want that full commit. They know what's at stake. They could get another game win here as we approach. TRK between the eyes. Open it. Zen has a little bit of space off the demo. Has another touch. Bump. Got him. Got. No. Over and over again, Saudi Arabia make the saves. I don't know how they keep getting in front of the ball. They're just taking gunshot after gunshot, but somehow they're still standing up, and they return fire!
See what the Farah effect was coming off the back of this timeout for France.
We touch off the backboard. Vitira has the reset, but a beautiful touch from TRK and a great follow.
There, the shot. But maybe come, and now we see the demo.
Zen has to respect the clear. Missed the ball. Monkeymoon missed it as well. And France, uncharacteristic. Big clear as well. That chews a little more time off the clock. TRK going for the boost steal. He's got it. Monkeymoon waits for the touch. He sees the fake. Great read there from Monkeymoon. But it doesn't matter because there's Kiileerrz through one. There's Kiileerrz. 1, 2. Oh, he's so cold. Just give him the trophy now. Zen one more time. Zen, he's done it before. Can he do it again? No! Saudi Arabia done it! They've broken the curse! Your FIFA World Champion!
The identical twins won the first ever World Cup in Rocket League, and this is only the beginning of what is to come for Rw9s and Kiileerrz, since the next RLCS is upon us.